What's up, Young Kings? It's time for your more motivation. I'm out in Austin, Texas, out on Lady Bird Lake. Decided to come out in the kayak and enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna if I can let you see this. Uh, Beautiful, out on the water. Daughter over there in her kayak. I was in my kayak today as I was out here paddling. We've been out here only about half hour, 45 minutes thus far. But I was just sitting out here thinking, like, I did a video yesterday, and I was on the sidelines and I was showing you pictures of the lake, and watching other people have fun and enjoying themselves. So this is still kind of in the dark night of the soul, and we're still going through that process. But one of the last steps in there is self-care. So this is going to be life in the darkness. I guess that's what we'll call this right now. So as I was sitting here paddling, I was thinking, like, yesterday, I I came to the side. We ended up doing like 13 miles yesterday, and I came to the side, and I sat down by the lake, and I took a picture or a video while other people were out here on the water. And as I was thinking today, I was like, why am I sitting here watching other people live their lives? You know, um, so there's life in the darkness, and I think that's part of that self-care thing that needs to go on and needs to continue. It's like, um, and I think that's why it's essential for you to be able to get out and enjoy life, even though you may not be feeling the best, or you may have a lot going on in your life, which people will use as justification to crawl up into a ball. And I have been there too. I notice, like, when I'm back at home, I get depressed and I get rejected. I find myself sitting at home and just kind of going through the motions of things. So um, the thing that came to me today was like, hey, um, enjoy your life. Like, don't be on the sidelines. Don't be on the shore looking at everybody else on the water having a good time. There's life in the darkness for you too, to be able to go out and enjoy yourself. So I'm gonna sit you down here so I can paddle and talk at the same time. But just to be able to go out and do things like that, self-love and self-care, getting to a point in your life where it's like, I don't subscribe to the YOLO, you only live once, but the reality of it is, I mean, it is true. But that's not a license for you to go out and do reckless stuff. I think that's more of the sense that you need to be intentional about what you do. And I'm one of the persons that I give of myself a lot. Um, and I need to get to a point where I start doing self-care and start taking care of myself a little better and putting myself first. Um, Putting yourself first is not selfish. It's essential in life. Like, no one's going to love you like you. You're going to have the ability to be alone and not be lonely. And for me, it's difficult, because I like company. I like people around. Um, and it's difficult for me to stay in the now moment. Like, I always try to, either I'm reliving the past on some things that I did wrong, or I'm projecting into the future some things that I want to change and do differently. But then it robs me of my now moment. So being able to stay in the present, um, is critical. So stinking thinking is what they call it. My mind wanders. So when you, a logical person like me, you think all the time and you think about everything, and some of the thoughts are not always pure. But in the midst of these things, since I've been in Texas, it's been therapeutic to get out, um, with my daughter and with my friend Cam, just kind of enjoying the various different things. Like, had I not chose to come on this trip, um, I probably would have did something ordinary, like go out to eat, or something of that nature, or um, just sit around the house, mow the grass, and those things are essential to do. But building on this self-care thing, I think it's important to get out and be intentional about doing things that's for you. So as I mentioned, I was on the sideline yesterday taking pictures of all the people out here on the water. And as I mentioned before, it's like, hey, you can do that too. You don't have to just observe other people doing that. So my challenge to you is to get out and do something, explore, try something different, you know. Um, it would have been simple, and I did enjoy yesterday on the trail. But I tell you what, it's beautiful out in this water. I'm gonna see if I can show you just the landscape and take it in. I know that sun is bright. Look at that. What I love most about being is that, put this back down so I don't drop my phone. I know they said it's supposed to be waterproof, but I don't know how deep that is, or if I want to even give it a chance to see that. But I love about Austin is that it's an active, very active town. Meaning like everybody's out walking, running, with dogs and, out on the water. And once again, I'll show you how many people are out here. Yes, it's October here and it's, but look, the water is full with people out here just enjoying their lives. So I think it's one of those things like getting to a stage of self-care, self-love, being able to enjoy yourself in the moment. Like, there's been times where I sit at home and I wonder, like, does the wife miss me? Is she thinking about me? And one thing my counselor had me do is put a rubber band on my arm. So when I start to get into destructive patterns, destructive thoughts, I'm stuttering. I'm supposed to pop myself to remind myself to get back into the now moment. And it's been working. Like it says, since this process has started, those first few days I missed her a lot, and I still do. I found myself out here. It's like, man, this would be cool to have out here as a couple. But then I have to realize, enjoy myself, or not even with myself, with my daughter who's here. So just being able to go through that process of just enjoying it, paddling, knowing I can't swim that good, so I'm trying to be careful. Make sure I don't get over too bad. But it's fun. It's a beautiful day. It's about 85 degrees out here. And the thing about this is, like, it doesn't cost a lot to do it. All it takes is a desire and to get out and try to do something different. And it's peaceful. It's relaxing too, just to be out here on the water. And I live on the water, and I think I am going to go invest in some kayaks to be able to go out there. But enjoy your life. There's life in the darkness. There's a lot of stuff that's going wrong in people's lives, and they can get depressed. And I'm not saying that this self-care is going to alleviate it, but at the same time, what it does do is give you a greater appreciation for being on this side of the grave. Like, this thing called life is undefeated. Nobody gets out of this thing alive. Death has 100% success rate. Like, you will demise at one point in time. So the question is not if you're gonna die. The question is when. And I think if there's even a better question, it's like, did you really live? Like, or did you exist? Did you just let things come and go? Or did you take life by the horns and really tackle it? Because there's some people that's just waiting to die. And what I mean waiting to die is mean that they're not living, they're just existing. They just go to work, they come home, and maybe, if that's your way of life, to do things, then that's totally free for you to be, if that's what you call living. But this life is for exploring, it's for enjoying, there's a lot of opportunities out here to just go out and really live and really be out here. Like, had I sat at home, it cost me some to fly out here, but it was an investment. It was an investment in my mental health. It was an investment in my quality of life, and just letting me know, like, hey, yes, you got a lot going on, but at the same time, there's still a lot of life worth living. You going down there, Demaria? Let's go find out. But yeah, so it's like, as I was saying, death is undefeated. It's like, no one gets out alive. It's like, so the key to life is to live. Like, there's a saying that says, go to the grave tapped out. Like, there's no use for potential on the other side of the grave. Like, it's meant to be realized on this side of the grave for you to be able to enjoy, to explore, and just live your life. So for me, that's what I'm trying to do now. Like, I need to find a way to balance that. So in this dark side, this dark area, as they call shadow side of life, there's life there. You can live in the darkness. You know, it's not just for sleeping. It's not just for the depression side. And I think that's essential. Is what they say for the self-care, as I mentioned before. Like, it's an investment for me to come here, to be out here, and enjoying life at this stage in my life. So, what are you doing to invest into your mental health, to improve your quality of life, to just leave your mark on it? Like, my daughter drove up 4 hours to see me, and we've been spending the weekend together, just having a good time. Here. Maria, smile for the camera, wave at him. so just a peaceful time, going through and going to kayak. We're probably going to get on some scooters later on today, go tour the city. We were supposed to go hiking, but something about yesterday, that 13 miles yesterday, it hurt my knee. So we couldn't hit the trail that I wanted to hit today, to go over this waterfall. So we decided to come on the water, and I think it was a good alternative. But the key to it is, even in that, it's like being able to be flexible. We weren't trying to force it. If we can't do this, we don't do nothing. Just going out. You see the turtle in the water, Demaria? Over here. How you doing? Like, just being out here is peaceful. Look at all these people out here. Unfortunately, like, us melanated people got to learn how to enjoy this stuff too. Like, this is not just the one race, one ethnic group that should be enjoying this stuff. It's like, but the larger percentages are not the non-melanated. So challenge is to get out and do something different. Expand your horizon on what you consider fun. I think I'll come back to Austin. It's thriving. It's like it's one of those active cities. So I ain't being long. I'm about to get back and enjoy it. Getting some of this shade. That blackness attracts the sun. Sorry, the young kings. Anyways, let me get back over here. Short video, but just to let you know that there's life in the darkness. So enjoy your life. Do it big. Have a great day, young kings.